Welcome back to Paul & Cook's, our second segment. I'm Nick Miles, and we have our second Bend restaurant today, and we're with Steve Held from Zydeco Kitchen and Cocktails. A bit of a southern influence, I understand, right here in Bend?
Yes, it is. I mean, we have a lot of southern influence, backups from Memphis, get a redfish in from New Orleans.
What are you going to make for us today, Steve?
Today we're going to do a pan-roasted duck breast. On the bottom, cavatappi pasta, a little bit of wild mushrooms, and we'll do a little sauteed spinach on the side.
Excellent. So let's go through the ingredients. The duck breast is obviously the first thing.
Oh yeah, the duck breast. This is maple leaf duck breast. It's a Peking duck. We're going to go ahead and score the breast, and we're going to pan sear it on the top, and we'll finish it in the oven.
Okay.
We're going to season it with a little bit of this is a little seasoning blend that I make up. I love to use smoked salts.
So it's sort of several different salts together?
Yeah, you have a hickory salt in there, you have a kosher salt, a little bit of sea salt, and black pepper. Once that's in the oven, we'll let that sear off. Once it comes out, we'll take the duck out. We're going to use the rendering from the duck. We're going to add a little bit of wild mushrooms, which is button mushrooms and oyster mushrooms, a little bit of garlic.
Okay.
Let that saute up. We'll add our cavatappi pasta. And then once that's in there, we're going to add a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter. Let that cook through, settle down. We'll put that on the plate, and then we're going to grate a little bit of this Cypress Grove Midnight Moon, which is a European Dutch cheese. First thing you're going to do is you're going to want to score the duck breast a little bit. You're going to make crisscross slices across the duck breast. That allows the skin to kind of expand a little bit and crisp up without tearing. A little bit extra virgin olive oil in the pan, and before we put it in there, we're going to season that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Get a nice little sear on there. I like to top it with a metal pie tin, just to kind of help yourself from cleanup. All right.
And I will tell you at this point, while Steve puts this in the oven, we're going to find out a little more about the beautiful area of Bend.
Well, certainly, I think we began with what was, at the time, a more European model for what we were trying to accomplish here in Bend. Time gone by, in most towns in Western Europe, the brewery and the tavern were the center of the community. It's where people met. It's where families joined together. It's where meetings were held. So we really wanted to be Bend's brewery. We wanted to be that part that Bend was truly missing at that time when the economy was not being kind to Bend or Central Oregon in general. That was really our purpose. We've been very involved in the community ever since. It has been something that is one of our core values. It is something that we take a great deal of pride in, and fortunately the community has responded as well, and the company has continued to succeed.
Well, welcome back to Paul & Cook's. I'm Nick Miles. Of course, all of our recipes today at paulandcookstv.com with Steve Held here from Zydeco Kitchen and Cocktails. And you are making a nice duck for us. It's been in the oven, so we're ready to pull it out?
Yes, we are. We're there. At about 165. We're going to grab it here. The pan's going to be nice and hot, so just be careful as you pull it out, because the handle's going to be a little hot. Get that out of our way.
Oh, that looks great.
Let's put that on our board. We're going to let that duck rest for a little while.
Okay.
As it rests there, it's going to become real tender.
All right, so now you're going to use the pan for something?
Yep, I'm going to use the rendering from the duck now to cook the pasta in, the garlic, and the mushrooms as well.
Excellent. So the next stage is...
So we're going to grab a little bit of our garlic. Up there. Mushrooms. As that's going, we're going to take our pasta, and I have boiling water over here. We're just going to set the pasta in there for a minute. Let it warm up, cook through. Now that that's all warmed up, cooked through, we're going to go ahead and add that right to the pan. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of cream to that. Go ahead and add a little bit of softened butter. Toss that in there. And while that's melting through, we'll slide that off. We'll just let that relax over there. Pull our wok over here. Let that heat up a little bit. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And go ahead and drop that right in there. So I'm going to cook this sauteed spinach just so it's wilted through, not real heavy, because it'll continue to cook in the pan. We'll rewarm our pasta up, slice our duck, and we're ready for dinner. Bring this back over. Now we're just going to reheat our pasta a little bit to get it cooked all the way through. While that's warming up, I'll go ahead and slice my duck. I always like to slice duck real thin.
Oh, that flavor. I mean, just the smells tremendous.
Okay. Grate this right across. Then we pick up our duck. Fan our duck right across. It's right in there.
All right, so this is a menu at Zydeco Kitchen and Cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
This is on your menu?
Yes, it is.
So anybody can come down and get it?
Sure.
Excellent. And again, tell everybody where you're located.
We are going to be located at 919 Northwest Bond, which is downtown, right at the corner of Bond and Minnesota.
Please come and visit Stephen and the rest of the staff when you get down to the Zydeco Kitchen and Cocktails. Steve, thank you for coming in the studio and showing us how to make it. We're going to present this at the end of the show with the rest of our dishes. When Paul and Cooks returns, we'll have another great Ben chef who'll show us one of their signature dishes. We'll be right back.